Welcome back to another episode of the Love and Dating Podcast, the place where single men like you get the best advice and strategies to navigate the world of dating, find the right partner, and build lasting, meaningful relationships. I'm your host Niyuti, and today we are going to dive deep into a topic that many of you have asked about. How can you overcome social anxiety on dates? Whether you are heading into a first date or trying to get comfortable with someone new, it's completely normal to feel a little anxious. But the good news is, you don't have to let those nerves control you. Today I'm going to share some powerful techniques that can help you stay cool, calm, and confident when dating, so you can show up as your best self and attract the right kind of person. Let me start by saying this. You're not alone. Social anxiety is more common than you might think, especially when it comes to dating. It can feel like there is this invisible weight pressing down on your chest when you think about meeting someone new, trying to be charming, or even just starting a conversation. Now, I know that feeling well, not just as a host, but as someone who has personally experienced it. I remember when I first started dating after a long break, the idea of sitting across from someone and trying to make small talk felt almost impossible. My mind would race with worries. What if I say something stupid? What if they don't like me? It was like my mind was constantly battling against itself. But you know what? I realized that my anxiety didn't have to control me. And I want you to know the same thing. Social anxiety is something you can manage and overcome with the right techniques. So let's break it down. Before we dive into the techniques, it's important to understand what's actually happening when you feel anxious in social situations, especially on dates. Social anxiety stems from the fear of being judged, rejected, or embarrassed in front of others. It's that voice in your head that says, "You're not good enough," or "What if they don't like you?" This kind of anxiety is rooted in the idea that your value is based on external approval, and that can create a ton of pressure to be perfect. Here is the truth. Your value is not tied to how well you perform on a date. The key to overcoming social anxiety is shifting your focus from worrying about how you are perceived to simply enjoying the experience and being your authentic self. Now that we know what social anxiety is, let's talk about how to combat it. So I will tell you about the 5 techniques that will help you. The very first technique we have is ground yourself in the present moment. One of the most effective way to manage social anxiety is to ground yourself in the present moment. When you're nervous, your mind starts racing, thinking about the future and the what ifs. What if the date goes wrong? What if they don't like me? What if I embarrass myself? These thoughts spiral and increase anxiety. To break this cycle, start by focusing on the present. A simple but powerful grounding technique is the 5-4-3-2-1 exercise. Let me explain you how it works. 5. Look around and name 5 things you can see. 4. Identify 4 things you can feel. Maybe the fabric of your clothes, the chair under you, etc. 3. Listen for the 3 sounds. Maybe the hum of the traffic outside, a clock ticking, or the sound of your own breathing. 2. Focus on 2 things you can smell. 1. And finally, think of 1 thing you can taste. Perhaps you just had a sip of water, or there is a taste lingering from your meal. By tuning into your senses, you immediately pull yourself out of the anxiety loop and back into the present moment. This helps you stop overthinking and focus on the person you are with, instead of worrying about what might happen. The second technique is reframing negative thoughts. Another technique that has been a game changer for many of my clients is learning how to reframe negative thoughts. When you're anxious about dating, your brain tends to focus on worst case scenarios. What if I say something dumb? What if they don't like me? The key is to challenge these thoughts and replace them with more realistic positive ones. For example, instead of thinking, "I'm going to mess this up," try thinking, "I'm going to do my best and whatever happens, happens. I'm here to enjoy the moment." Reframing negative thoughts like this helps shift your mindset from fear to confidence. It's all about creating a new mental script. If you have been telling yourself for years, I'm not good at dating or I will never find the right person, you are building up a belief system that will hold you back. But the good news is you can rewrite that script. The third technique is focus on the other person. One of the best ways to reduce your own anxiety is to shift your focus from yourself to the person you are dating. Instead of worrying about how you are coming across, try to genuinely focus on your date. Ask questions, listen closely, and engage with them. Show interest in their experiences, thoughts, and feelings. This shift in focus not only takes the pressure off you, but also makes you a better listener and a more engaging conversation partner. And let's face it, everyone loves being around someone who is genuinely interested in them. This helps to build a connection and ease the tension. The fourth technique is practicing deep breathing. When we are anxious, our breath becomes shallow and rapid, which only intensifies the anxiety. By practicing deep breathing, you can calm your nervous system and lower your anxiety levels. The most effective technique I recommend is the 4-7-8 breathing technique. Let me tell you how it works. We can divide it into 3 parts. The first part is you need to inhale through your nose for a count of 4. The second part is you need to hold your breath for a count of 7. The third part is you need to exhale slowly through your mouth for a count of 8. Do this for a few cycles and you will notice how it helps you relax. Deep breathing signals to your body that it's safe to calm down, and it helps lower your stress levels. Let's talk about our fifth technique, which is visualization. Before going into a date, take a few minutes to visualize yourself having a great time. Imagine yourself being calm, confident, and engaging with ease. Picture yourself laughing, making good conversation, and feeling relaxed. This technique is powerful because it trains your mind to associate dating with positive experiences rather than anxiety. By visualizing success, you increase the likelihood of the success becoming a reality. Let me tell you a quick story that illustrates the power of relaxation. I want to share a quick story with you about one of my clients, Vikram. He came to me a few months ago, frustrated with his dating life. He had a great conversations with women online but would freeze up when it came to meeting them in person. He was a nice guy, smart, funny, and kind, but his anxiety made it hard to show his true self. During one of our coaching sessions, I taught him the techniques I have just shared with you. One key exercise was visualizing himself on a date, relaxed and confident. I also encouraged him to focus on asking open-ended questions to keep the conversation flowing and to use deep breathing when he felt his anxiety creeping in. A few weeks later, he went on a date with someone he had been talking to for a while. He practiced deep breathing in the car before the date, focused on her, and kept his mind in the present. The date went so well that they ended up seeing each other again, and they are now in a committed relationship. Vikram's transformation was incredible. What changed wasn't who he was, but how he approached dating. Instead of fearing the outcome, he started enjoying the process, which made all the difference. Now that you have learned some effective techniques to overcome social anxiety and stay relaxed while dating, it's time to put them into practice. If you want to take your dating journey to the next level, I invite you to sign up for my upcoming Dating Right workshop, where we will dive deeper into these techniques and much more. You will walk away with the tools, techniques, strategies, and confidence to start attracting and keeping the right partner. So if you're ready to get started and feel more confident on your next date, click the link in the description and sign up for the Dating Right workshop. I promise it will be a game changer for your dating life. Thank you for tuning into the Love and Dating podcast. Remember, dating doesn't have to be a stressful experience. It can be fun, exciting, and an opportunity to truly connect with someone. Because remember, you deserve the love. I'll see you in the next episode. Happy dating, guys!